Hey everybody, happy St. Patrick's Day. We are gonna try to do a little art project. I know a lot of people have a little less to do or stuck inside, and maybe are trying to find something to keep your kids busy for a little bit. So my kids and I made something today and I thought we would share it with everybody. So let's see if we can make ourselves a little three-leaf clover, or maybe even a four-leaf clover if you want to. So what I'm going to do is, if you've got some green construction paper lying around, that would be great. Otherwise, grab some white computer paper or something and make it a little bit green on your own. I'm going to use this construction paper for now, and you guys can figure out what you want to do. So what I am going to do is I'm going to divide this up into some squares. So I'll fold it in half a couple of times and open that back up, and then I'm going to fold it into thirds. So we're going to try to make sure that is about equal to that piece, and then we'll have everything divided up into squares so we can use that to make our four-leaf clovers. So I'm going to cut this apart, and we're going to get 4 squares of green that will turn into our clover leaves. So easiest thing to do, we're going to fold this in half, and then we will draw little half of a heart shape. So this is called a symmetry cut, where we're going to cut both sides at the same time and get that shape to pop out of there. Okay, most of you have probably done this before with hearts, but if not, here you go. Alright, so we got the heart, we got that empty negative shape there. We'll put that over to the side. So we're just going to repeat that 4 times. If you've got kids that can't just freehand it, if they're younger, then cut one out for them and let them trace it. That's what we did with our kids. And otherwise you can cut them out for them if you really want to. But a lot of times you can take one, and if you've cut it, then they can take it and they can trace it themselves. It gives them a little practice doing that. So we'll cut out all 4 of those, and then we'll make ourselves a little rainbow paper. Alright, so there we go. We got 4 for a 4-leaf clover, or 3 for a 3-leaf clover. Okay. Then for our rainbow, all I did was take some white paper. If it's computer paper, go ahead and fold it in half. Then you know where that middle part is. If you've got a paper cutter or something, you can use that. If you've got a X-Acto knife, you could do that. If you just have the scissors, go ahead and cut it in half. That'll work for what we're doing today. And then we will make our rainbow. So I'm going to fold this in half one time. Then I'm going to fold it into thirds again. So I'm going to make this equal to this. So this space here and this space here is equal. And we'll fold that. I'll flip it over and do that. And so we'll get 6 shapes. Okay, so we got our 6 rectangles. And then we'll just use our rainbow color order. So we'll go with red, and then orange and yellow. And look at that, we got some cool texture going on because of my cutting mats. Got a bunch of cuts in it, but that gives it a nice texture. So we'll do red, orange. If you don't have a cutting mat and you don't want to color on your mom and dad's table, then go sideways and slow down when you're at the edges. There we go, red, orange, yellow, and then we'll we'll do green, blue, and purple. So this is the first YouTube video ever made by Mr. Moose, so I apologize. We'll work on figuring out how to make the lighting better. Hopefully you can hear me okay. I'll figure out a little bit more about microphones and stuff too, but since I just decided I was going to do this last night, downloaded the program, this is as far as we've gotten, so hopefully it's going to be okay. You guys can let me know. We'll all be learning together how this YouTube thing works. Red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple. See? All right. If you wanted to cut out this from construction paper and glue it together, that would be cool. If you had some paint and you had the time to paint, that would be fine too. I'm trying to think of stuff that people have at home. I know I probably have a few more art supplies than a lot of people, but without having everything that I have at the classroom at school, and you probably don't have those things either, we'll try to take care of this as best we can. Alright, so we've got our rainbow background going on, we've got our 3 or 4 leaves, and we've got some glue, so we'll start putting those together. Okay, if you want a 4-leaf clover, it's probably a good idea just to put it onto the paper and get those kind of lined up the way that you want them. And if you want to do a 3-leaf clover, same idea, just kind of put those together. If you want them to touch together in the middle, you can do that. I usually leave them apart, but it's up to you. So let's do this. Also, you might want a stem for your clover, so take a little bit of that extra green paper that you had and cut that open, and then you can have a stem there. Okay, remember, if you don't have any green paper laying around, you can go ahead and color some in, and that'll give you something. So we'll take a little bit of glue here, and let's just glue those things down onto our paper. Okay, so we'll put a little glue on there. 1, 2, 3. All right. So now we're pretty much done. You might want to do some outlining. Savvy thought that would look pretty cool, so she gave it a shot. She ended up with something like this, which I thought was kind of nice. You might want to sign your name at the bottom, just like Mr. Moose did here. Gigi was working on one too. She's 3, so she is gonna be working on that. So, well, she just turned 4. Sorry, Gigi. She just turned 4, right? She's 4. All right. Well, so we've got all of those finished up. Gigi got real into it. She's making one for everybody in the family. She made one for Genevieve, so she's just keeping on going. I think she's working on one for Avery upstairs right now. So hopefully that's something to help you out during this time. Make yourself a St. Patrick's Day thing. I've got something else that I might do later on, so maybe I can put that together, a little bit more challenge for some of the older kids, but that's something to start out with. All right, you guys have a good time. Talk to you later.